It's round number 4 of the 3rd season of racing in the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series, and today we stay out west, the final race of the West Coast Swing, and it's the twists and turns, the elevation changes of the Sonoma Raceway down in Napa Valley for the Napalachia Grand Prix. I am your producer and commentator, Rupert Page, and as we're sitting here, just watching qualifying get underway. This is Sam Brochu that you're seeing, the 98. Some interesting rule changes for this race and this race only. There will be no cautions today, which is very interesting, something I haven't seen, and I guess from one of the drivers, not going to be the case at the street course race. But here there will be no cautions. It's 50 laps, flag to flag, no yellows. It's going to be exciting. Lots of drivers in the field today. I'm not sure if anyone's going to get bumped out quite. We'll just have to wait and see. Parker White on the track here, making another start, getting those tires warmed up. See what he can do. He was second in practice. Elliott Drummond in the 44. So these guys have got 10 laps instead of qualifying lap. Drummond was the fastest of them all in practice. You can see Parker just wailing on the steering wheel, trying to get heat in those front tires. Doing everything you can do. That's just what you got to do in this next gen. You got to swing it out wide here. Try and get as much momentum off this corner as you can. We're right on board with Parker for his lap here. 12 corners counting this final left-hand kink. And it looks like Parker, look at this. He's gonna spend this whole entire lap warming up his tires. Watch the steering inputs here. So he's trying to hit that curb. That's going to bounce the car. If you saw that poke race that they ran last year at the NASCAR SuperSpeedway, drivers were bouncing up and down off the apron because when this next-gen car bounces, you see, look at him, unbelievable, trying to find every spot of every little bump and crevice in this track because the elevation change and the bumps get a lot of heat in the tires if the tires are getting shot around. So obviously jumping up and down off the apron is going to really bounce the car around. He's cranking the wheel 180 degrees there, bouncing off every curb he could find on the track. Trying to keep the rear tires cool. Gonna slam on the brakes. And this is absolutely unbelievable. Gotta do to set a quick lap, I guess. Dan Brochu's across the line. He has completed his first lap along with Cormentis Daniel Rivera. But this is the man we all want to watch, Parker White, on the track, and here he goes. Gonna head up into turn 1 here. And through turn 1, keeping it low and very close to that left side of the track. He's gonna come around turn 2. Up and over this little downhill, and then this is 3A and then 3B, the right-hander. And NASCAR used to use that layout you see to your right, so they skip that layout. They go straight to turn 4, and since they skip that layout, they also skip the turn. So after he hits turn 4 there, hard on the throttle, on the brakes. This is 7 through 7, and then turn 8 and 8B right here. And then 9 and 9B coming up right here. There's 9 and 9B. This big sweeping left-hander down into, excuse me, down into turn 10. And he's just going to sling it in there. Really high-speed corner down into turn 11, the slowest corner on the track. One of the slowest corners on the schedule. Probably the slowest corner on the schedule. Down to, I mean, under 50, 45 miles an hour. First gear, back on the power. To the line, it is going to be a 1:15. Oh, waiting to see. There it is, 1:15 flat. He beats out Elliott Drummond's lap by 9/10 of a second, but Drummond's on his second lap here. There comes Drummond. We're going to ride on board with him. See what gear he's in, those RPMs. You don't get to see what speed he's going on that dash. Turn 7. 7B. I believe that's 7B. And then that's 8A and 8B. And this is 9A and 9B. And then they don't count this as a corner here, flat out, in the next gen. Just sling it in here, turn 10. You know, Jeff Page here, yours truly's father, has raced this track before and always remarks that turn 10 is the scariest corner to go in. So fast. A lot of blind corners on this racetrack. A lot of elevation change, a lot of off-camber, especially turn 1. Here comes Drummond to the line. Cam Brochu third, Blaze McKinney fourth, Cormentis fifth. Drummond will not beat out Parker White. And so Parker White has the provisional pole. Going to be Parker White over Drummond over Sam Brochu, Blaze McKinney in fourth, Cormentis in fifth, James Thurston in sixth, Juan Escamilla in seventh, Cole Denton in eighth, Dominic Barbagallo in ninth, Ryan Rose in 10th. So there are not enough cars to get bumped. Chase Schaffer on the track right now. Looks like he's the only car that is on the track other than Glenn Bundren. So we'll ride on board the Schaffer and see what he can do here. Chase has always been a good road course racer. A threat to win in the IORA Cup Series road course races as he heads down the hill. Turn 4. Not quite as aggressive as Parker is, and those guys really slinging that car in. We'll see what Schaffer is able to do here. He's currently sitting in P21 with a 118.2 on his first lap. I'm sure he'll be able to improve. Riley Marabello right here sitting on track, but he's not on track on pit road. Here comes Schaffer through turn 10. Oh, he runs it wide. He has to get off the gas. That might be an off track. He should stay on it. Schaffer going to complete that lap, but it's not going to be as quick as he wanted to, as he went too wide through turn 10. Very easy to do, especially in a high-speed car like this, coming in at about a 150, 160. As Schaffer comes to the line, it will be a 116.1, and he will take fifth from Michael Cormentis. 2.5 minutes left to go in qualifying. It's Parker White atop the boards, as I think pretty much everyone expected. One of the best road course racers out there. And Parker has the top spot. Glenn Bundren is on the track right now. We'll see if, oh, well, he was on the track, but not anymore. So it looks like everyone that is gonna set a lap has already, because there is not enough time to get on the track now. And doing so, we'll take a break at the end of qualifying and then run you through your grid order before we go green here from Sonoma. Again, 50 laps, no cautions. Gonna be a quick one.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Boundless makes its presence felt. It will not be ignored. We're helping turn ideas into reality with a wealth of building products that take every architectural style to the next level. This is what it's like to imagine, build, and transform anything we want into exactly what we seek. This is what it means to be boundless.
Drivers getting gridded and ready to go here from Sonoma, and it's Parker White on the pole from the twists and turns of Napa Valley, California, and it will be the 95 taking over the top spot as we get ready to go. Parker White on the 95 going for back-to-back wins, or going for a first win after he just got one stolen from under his nose at Auto Club. It'll be Elliott Drummond lining up alongside his best start of the year. Sam Brochu will line up row 2. Blaze McKinney looking to become the first multi-time winner of the season. He will start 4th. Chase Schaffer lines up in 5th alongside Michael Cormenis. 25 rolls off 6th. It's James Thurston and Juan Escamilla row 8. Thurston will be taking the EOL due to a penalty after the controversy that was surrounding him in the last race at Las Vegas, or excuse me, the last race that he did, which was Las Vegas. Running the top 10 is Cole Denson and Dominic Barbagallo. Ryan Rose and Wyatt Roberts rows 6, 11th, and 12th. It's Daniel Rivera and Noah W. Larson on row 7. 15th and 16th belongs to Aaron Barnacle and Andretti Robertson. Row 9 is Brady Weileman and Caleb McKinney. Rounding at the top 20, Greg Kaloff and Riley Marabella. Austin Duran, row 11, with Oz Nar alongside him. Row 12 is going to go to Matthew Brower and Luke Peters. Starting behind them, Jason Alexander, another driver with the penalty at the beginning of this race, and Bradley Sawinski in row 13. Row 14, Joseph Lewis and Evan Allen. And rounding out the top 30, Kellen Balsha and Dylan Pass. Row 16 is going to be Flappa, Nick Martinez, and Malachi Drake. Starting in row 17 is going to be James Bomar and Shockey Tarpley. Row 18 is going to be Glenn Bundren and Robbie Roberts. And rounding out the field, Connor Asbell and Bo Craigs. So that is your field. 38 cars, I believe. Not all of them on the track. There, see 5 or 6 cars on pit road did not make the start. Parker White, who will lead the field to green, snaking his way down through the S's. One of the most fun sections to drive as a driver. And these guys are going to be on the limit here. Lap 1. Old tires with this next gen. And it's going to be money lap. Get a lead built up. Parker will lead the field to green. The pace car is going to come off of the track here in the middle of the straightaway between turn 11 and turn 10. Parker White watches the pace car dive off the track. The 44 looks like he has the lead, but the 95 will take that nose advantage. And as they come out of turn 11 into turn 12, Parker White will lead the field to green, and we are racing from Sonoma. Elliott Drummond, deleted contact. One car goes around. It's Brochu. No caution. That's huge. A huge mistake. He will fall to the very back of the pack. Everyone made it through cleanly. See if they make some contact here through turn 7. Looks like everyone makes it through as Drummond got around Parker White. A mistake from the 95. And it is Elliott Drummond out into the lead. You saw Chase Schaffer, James Thurston shaking it up. Schaffer ran a little wide. Up into 5th. Barbagallo to 8th. Everyone single filed out, but the battle is on. Further back, Alexander, Bomar, trying to just get inside the top 30. These guys are almost 3 wide as one car runs way wide. I think that's going fast. No, excuse me, that's going to be Joseph Lewis, who gets on the track nearly dead last. And to complete lap number 1, it's Elliott Drummond with the race lead. Screaming up into turn 2, Drummond has the advantage. Parker White in tow. It's going to be Cormentis in 3rd. Ahead of the 87 of Blaze McKinney, who gets a little wide. Here comes Schaffer trying to pounce. Schaffer looking to the inside into 3A. He'll have the outside for this switchback move. Here he cuts to the inside. He's going to get there. Diving into this corner should be a breeze for the 99. He's going to have to watch out for that curb. Makes contact right next to the tire line. McKinney's going to try and squeak back onto the track. Thurston now looking to make a pass on him. That will be for 5th. As Schaffer moves through, Thurston side by side with McKinney. They're beating and banging. Through the S's they go, side by side, Barbagallo and Rose. That's for 9th. Thurston will take that spot from the 86 of Escamilla, but he will not be able to get around the 87. McKinney stays in 5th as Schaffer in 4th. Already a 3-second lead for Drummond and White after 2 laps. Unbelievable pace from these 2 race leaders off of the final real corner, turn 11. You hear Parker in 2nd gear, and he downshifts the first on the edge. Interesting strategy there. Battle with Barbagallo, starting to slip back a little bit. That's the 8 of Rivera, trying to make his way around. Gonna make that pass around the outside, I think, up in the hill and into into turn 2. He has a spot. Barbagallo not able to fight back. Not sure what these things are gonna have to pit. I think it's just thing we're gonna have to look at here, of course, with no cautions. Green flag pit stops are going to be inevitable. I know they can't make it 50 laps, so we'll see what happens with that. After all over the back bumper of Michael Coromena shows that that mistake in qualifying was definitely a fluke. He could go quicker than that, and he's already challenging for the podium position. To the back end, McKinney in 5th, Thurston chasing him in 6th. Here comes Schaffer. Matthew Brower and Greg Kalhoff battling. Look at that pack behind them. The lunge from Schaffer here into turn 11. Reminiscent that Coca-Cola 25. Holds his own. Schaffer right on his back bumper through the turn 11. Lowest corner on the track. The ample opportunity to give the guy in front of you the bumper if you're close enough. We may see it in this race. Schaffer got a good exit there. He's going to get right up to the bumper before Menace, really putting the pressure on. Going to get a better exit down the hill here, too. He's going to be able to cut to the inside if he pleases. He's going to look low, lean on the brakes. To the inside, has the apex. He takes the spot away from Cormenis. No challenge. Here comes McKinney closing up. Thurston has lost touch just a little bit. Thurston, pre-race was just struggling, wishing he was able to find some of that time that he was missing on the race leaders. He currently sits in 6th. And trying to make up some spots here. Thurston like to finish higher than that, though this is definitely a good run for a nearly 40-car field. As Jim cuts his way down through the S's, Schaffer stretching out a gap between himself and Cormentis. McKinney on the move. They're trying to challenge between himself and Mikey for 4th. Michael has that spot for now. Here comes the 87 lockup from Cormentis. Almost contact. To the inside goes McKinney and then pink Mother's Day car. Cormentis swings out in front. Look at this bumper to bumper through the front straightaway. Or down the front stretch and into turn 1. 87 is all over that rear end, hounding Cormentis as he tries not to slip outside of the top 5. In 4th right here, 87 looked outside off camber corner. That really is not going to help you out. Not able to complete the pass there. Schaffer stretches the gap to about a 1.5 seconds now as Cormentis has got the 87 all up in his mirror. That 25 is not looking out the windshield. Here comes 87 up to his bumper, locks up. Runs wide, going to miss the corner. Thurston has entered this battle. That Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports machine as he heads down into turn 7, right on the back bumper of McKinney. McKinney trying to chase down Cormentis, see if he can make a pass through the S's. Such an aggressive part of this track as they're all over those curbs. Cormentis had a downshift there, kicks the rear end out. That's going to set him up better for this downhill long straightaway. Run down into turn 10, pulls a gap. Here comes McKinney. Not going to be able to make a move there. Thurston hounding him now. See that Persistem Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports brought to you by Heart Attack Energy, brought to you by the International Online Racing Association Cup Series number 96 machine. Thurston slipped up a little bit there in turn 11. He lost some time. Juan Escamilla back to 7th in his own world right now. The season opener winner with SpongeBob on the side of the car. Cole Denson in 8th, came up short of his first career win last week at Auto Club, came up in 2nd. Still a good finish for The young driver, Ryan Rose, is in 9th. He stretched the gap out to Barbagallo. Barnacle and Weileman leading a little group here with Wyatt Roberts, Andretti Robertson, Noah Larson, and Daniel Rivera. But the gap between Rivera in 16th and Greg Kalhoff here back in 17th is 6 seconds. And Kalhoff is trying to hold off Caleb McKinney in 18th. Brochu and Brower going at it for the final spots inside the top 20. Here's Floppa in front of Sawensky and Glenn Buntrin back in the pack. As Cormenis and McKinney still challenging each other. McKinney backed off a little bit. Thurston not able to keep up with them really. But this car, the road courses, it's very interesting how the pace will actually increase the more laps you do. So I'm excited to see when these guys pit if they decide to take tires or not. Because it can definitely make a difference for good or for worse. Such an interesting factor to play into this car. The tire wear is super interesting. Not realistic at all, of course. Schaffer's starting to pull away from these guys pretty huge. 3-second gap between Schaffer and Cormenis, but Parker White 6 seconds ahead of Chase. Drummond just about 3/10 ahead of them. Those two are running away. Cormenis, look at that. The 87 locks up again. Here comes Jim. Swinging high, did not have to take a penalty. He was awarded a penalty, I believe it was an EOL, but I guess he did not have to serve it. And then allowed him to start up in front, keep that track position up here now, but struggling to stick with McKinney and Cormentis at the end of this top 5. Look at McKinney all over the curb. Big Schaffer staying even with the race leaders, putting down some quick times. Last lap, as they come across the line, it's going to be a 1:16.2 for Drummond and White. Here comes Chase Schaffer across the line. His time is going to be a 1:16.4, only 2/10 off of those guys. If there's a mistake from either of them, the 99 will be able to compete. Cormenis keeping up with them quite nice. 1:16.7 last time by, as opposed to McKinney's 1:17.2. Jim Thurston with a 1:17.112. Juan Escamilla is a 1:17.7. And not many drivers inside the 1:17. Sam Brochu spun earlier, got into the wall. He did a 1:17, but he's back here at 17th. That's Caleb McKinney ahead. Got around Kalhoff. He's going to dive low, side by side. Looks like McKinney's just going to yield that position. No, he's going to fight back. Overton 76. Here comes Brochu trying to cross over. Down a hill into turn 3. Brochu around the outside. He's got the preferred line to 3B. Tries to keep it off of him. A good clean racing. 76 fights back on that high side into turn 4. He's going to slip wide, and the spot will go to Brochu. I believe that's the closest battle on the track right now. Glenn Buntrin trying to run down Osnar in front of him. Martinez has slipped down to 26th, and there's a pretty big gap back to these guys who have made mistakes early on. Kellen Belsha and Bradley Sweeney way behind the leaders right now. Here comes Parker White and Drummond leading the field around. Basically leading themselves around the field. Is nowhere to be seen. Here's Schaffer. And then McKinney, who's made the pass on Cormenis, but look at this group is really tightened up. Thurston on the back end of Cormenis looking in. These guys have a lot of history together racing in the IORA Cup Series. See how Thurston takes to the back bumper in the 25. See if the race is clean or not. Thurston would definitely be annoyed if he can't get around these guys quickly. Type to not like to be held up. Gonna present low, shows the move to Cormenis. There's one car stopped on the side of the road. Kellen Belsha spun out, and he has given up. So Belsha's just gonna sit there. I'm not sure what he's really doing. Thurston trying to get by Cormenis. Cormenis and McKinney stretching that lead out a little bit now, or stretching the gaps on in between each other, I should say. Out of turn 11, Thurston trying to make up some ground on corner exit. But these guys continue to stretch it out. Juan Escamilla now with Cole Denton on his back bumper. Nearing. Denton closes that gap up. He's running some quicker lap times than Escamilla, but that time Juan was quicker. Back up to the front. Look at these guys still bumper to bumper. Such impressive speed, and they are just mirroring each other right now. A fantastic driving from both drivers here. Parker White, of course, a seasoned veteran. Drummond, next to himself, was the road course ringer of this series. I think it's safe to say, after this performance already, holding up Parker White for 10 laps. How much longer White's going to wait before he tries to make a move? He is really pushing. You can see Drummond all over the place too, right on the edge of the track. What an awesome shot that was. Williams Esports Machine's going to get right up to his back bumper. Won't quite get the corner exit he needs. Jaffer back in third, watching this battle go on. Part-time driver, made a start at Las Vegas. Didn't go so strongly for the 99 team. Power Special Finney's Motorsports Flopper Racing merger there. As look at this gap, McKinney is a 116.6 and Michael Cormenis is a 118.6. So these guys really fighting it out and really losing some pace now. Thurston wants to get by Cormenis. He could see how much he got held up there. Oh, Mikey's gonna spin. Hey, he saved it. Cormenis almost goes around as my Discord opens for no apparent reason. But he saves it and he will drop to 6th. That allows Thurston to get by. First real incident we've seen other than on lap 1. Like, these guys were trading positions way back. So they're going to go side by side. Just slip up from Cormenis here. Gets off into the grass. They're going to run side by side all the way through here. Thurston has the spot. And I can see how they're losing time. They're going all over the place. Look at the Cormenis is right there. Mikey gets to his back bumper. Good corner for the 25 machine and into turn. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, hold on. That is exactly how you make a pass here in turn 11. Thurston leaves the door open. Get a little physical there, but the 25 rubs him up. He was there, and he gets around him. And heading up here into turn 1. Goes in a little too deep. Off, killed. Runs wide on the exit, tries to stab the throttle in first gear, almost loses it. Flips to 6th as Thurston tries to run away from him now. But Cormenis is not giving up on this fight. Look at that, Mikey right up to the back bumper. Oh, he's getting loose again. Really got a lot of temp in those rear tires. Look at this. Look at the battle for the lead. So close. Some drivers have gone a lap down now. Parker White all over the rear bumper of Drummond. He was 2/10 faster last time by. He's waiting on him now. Sitting behind does not want these guys to lose time. No caution, so the farther out they can get, the better to battle it out at the end. And after their green flag pit stop. The turn 2, the 44th pulling a gap a little bit, but I mean, it really isn't much of a gap. Chase Schaffer's closing the gap to these two. Wasn't that quick that time by. Oh, he gets held up by the lap car. Loses some time. He was 6.2 seconds off him last time by. Lost some time there. Got a huge gap back to McKinney and a bigger gap back to Thurston. As where's Cormenis? Oh, no! Oh, and he spins out Juan Escamilla. Oh, no. Did he... Man, I don't know where you hit the wall to get that damage. Look at that right front. That thing is destroyed. I think we may have seen some contact here. I think the only place you can get that damage is down the front stretch. I mean, how did he hit that wall? Oh, no. He got sent into turn 11, I believe. There's Thurston leaving the... Oh, Mikey. Oh, no! What a boneheaded mistake for Mikey. He puts her in the tires. And so Cormenis is going to fall. He's still 13th, just wheeling that thing around the track right here. I believe they have one faster pair. He's not even going to attempt to take the S's if he doesn't have to. He's going to take the shortcut, the Indycar layout. I don't think he's going to make this corner, though. Oh, he's got some turn. He's still got the left front on him. Watch out. Here comes Sam Brochu. Cormenis just gets out of the way. This is a good opportunity to show off this pit road. They come in before the second to last corner, so they take 2 corners. But the pit road really starts before the final corner right here. You're on pit road. Pit stalls to the left. Cormenis is going to be pretty far up. This is going to be an agonizing drive down pit road. He's still 18th. He won't go to the back of the field. 29 cars on track right now. Matthew Brower's on pit road. And out of the car, so a race-ending incident for Brower. Cormenis will drop to 20th right there, head on into his pit stall. So I think this will be his pit stop here. I'd love to know how many laps they can make it on fuel, though. As you see, this is his pit stall, has no control over his car. Still can't get it straight. Now he's in. There's the faster pair. He gets passed by Martinez for 22nd. And Thurston is all by himself now, so we'll take this opportunity to ask a few questions. About this this whole green flag pit cycle to James Thurston here and Chase Schaffer. So Jim was just battling with Michael Cormenis there. Looks like there was some contact, and asked him about that as well as when he plans on pitting. So Jim, you're up here in the FTN booth. You're kind of by yourself now that Mikey ran into the tires behind you, and we're just wondering when you're gonna have to hit pit road here.
It says 12 more laps, so whenever that is. We've had a pretty clean race for what we've had. Kind of sad we don't get any cautions because our pace is nothing to match Parker White. So we're just gonna have to see what we get with this. We're currently 5th, on pace to have an easy top 5 right here. So yeah, if we can just stick with it, we're gonna be happy.
All right, thank you, buddy. So Jim will sit in 5, and I'm trying to just drag him to. Riding on board with Jim here, he said you're gonna say he's got about 12 laps of fuel, so about lap 28 or so. It's gonna be pretty tight. Some of these guys on fuel, surely the guys that have been in, the guys that are heavy on first gear usage. There's Chase Schaffer, still 6 seconds off with the race leader. He's got some great pace right here. If he's able to short pit these guys, have a better pit stop, he might be able to challenge for the race lead, unless White and Drummond are just saving something here. Parker's still right on the 44's bumper. I mean, what a great job by Elliott Drummond, not only to hold him off, but to not be making any mistakes, as he has one of the fastest drivers in the world right on his back bumper. And he is not holding up. He is not letting Parker get in his head. He still has the race lead here as they come down the X's. Look at how fast they come in. 140 right there, 145 maybe on a good lap into turn 10. Down to 90, 100. To the braking zone. White harder in, but slower off. There's some battles on the track here, and this is where you're going to get it. This group has been together all day long. Farmer Gallo in 9th, Aaron Barnacle, Wyatt Roberts, Andretti Robertson, and Sam Brochu. Top 10 qualifier trying to make his way back up into the top 10. And once he is able to find his way around some of these cars, he will be back there. Back up there, it's Aaron Barnacle. This is P10. That was way in the back, highest of 3rd. Trying to salvage a good day, or salvage a bad race here. He's got a lot of time to do it. He may want a caution, but no yellows. He's just going to have to fight his way back up, as Parker White is just still right on the back bumper of Drummond. Some incredible racing going on for the lead here. White is just waiting for the 44 to slip up. I think he can definitely make a move if he wanted to. Turn 11, they go. Coming to 20 laps complete. It's going to be 17 in the books next time by. So we'll take this opportunity on a guaranteed green flag run to crank it up. Brought to you by FTN. you saw there on some of those camera angles, just showing exactly how fast these guys are going. Here's Drummond, still the race leader. He's got 6.5 seconds back to Schaffer. He's got 1/10 back to Parker White, who is right on his back bumper, and I mean right on his back bumper. How incredible has this battle for the lead been? And I don't even know if I call it a battle, just a race. These guys have been right on each other's bumpers all day long, but they have not been battling each other at all. They've been just staying bumper to bumper, trying to stretch this lead out, and Schaffer has been the only one that's even shown a sign of keeping up with them, and he is doing a great job of that. In fact, he was faster than both of them by a pretty huge margin last lap. About 0.7 of a second. Here's P4. That's Blaze McKinney, who's pulled away from Thurston by a little bit. These guys still staying pretty even on pace. Thurston just lost some time with that ordeal with Michael Cormenis, who, by the way, has exited the race. He took his faster pair and decided that he did not want to try to continue on. And so Cormenis is done. Bradley Sweeney, or Sawinski, excuse me, on pit road. He is 4 laps down. Here's Evan Allen a lap down, Glenn Bundren a lap down, but looks like Glenn is not on the track anymore. Might be taking the rest of the race off. Jason Alexander 1 lap down. The first car 1 lap down is Weileman. Oh no! And Weileman hits the wall and ends his race right there. What happened? Oh man, what an interesting place to spin. I think there may have been some contact. There clearly was. Now that's the 8 of Rivera, and he just comes over, and Rivera, I mean, he kind of turns him, but you got to give him some room. I'm not sure what the 33 is really doing here. If there maybe was some contact previously. Not that we can see. So Weileman gets turned on the front stretch. Interesting place to get wrecked. And he will exit the race. So here is Drummond and White, and we talked to James Thurston around lap 14, 15, so he got 12 laps of fuel left. These guys are going to go probably 6 or 7 more laps before they hit pit road. That's going to mean the most exciting part of this race. I think we're going to see maybe a pass for the lead. Parker White has been really good on pit road in the race that he did last week at Auto Club. He was quick, of course. I mean, he's going to know it perfect, and he does. He gained a bunch of spots on every caution stop there at Auto Club, and we'll see if he just needs to make one pass here. Here's Schaffer, 7 seconds off them now, 20 seconds back to McKinney. What an impressive show of speed again from White and Drummond. This is incredible what these two are doing. Just driving away from everyone except for Schaffer, and they're even starting to put a gap on the 99 machine now. Here's James Thurston. Ooh, big slip up for the 96. He is all over the place. He lost touch to McKinney a little bit. He's all by himself. Here's Denton. He is P6. Ryan Rose is in 7th with the P8. Still belonging to Juan Escamilla. Barbagallo is still leading this huge group. It's Sam Brochu now on his back bumper. Brochu has indeed found his way to the top 10. He's looking for 9th right here on the 17. He's going to get to his inside. Barbagallo playing defense, and he's right, Brochu is right on it. Brochu gives him the bumper down into turn 4. All over that inside curb. Barbagallo doing a great job defending. Here comes the lunge from Brochu. He's not in too hot. Great pass by Sam Brochu. Barbagallo will fall to 10th into the grass of Roberts. In 11th, you have Wyatt to make his way around. Barbagallo will stay afloat. Back up to the race leaders. Look at these guys. I mean, they're over a half a second ahead, or half a lap ahead of that battle we were just watching, and this battle's for 9th. It's a battle for 9th, and these guys are about 30 seconds ahead of the race leaders. 51 seconds behind Drummond and White. Gaffer holding steady at 7 seconds now, but he is all by himself, and from experience I can tell you this is just the most infuriating thing in the world. You don't have enough pace to catch the guys in front of you, but you have enough pace to hold off the guys behind you, and he is just all by himself, probably bored out of his mind right here, just turning the quickest laps he can, trying to find any bit of time on the race leaders. Got to know what they're doing differently, and it's so hard to look at that in the replay of the practice and qualifying sessions to figure it out. But these two have been perfect today. So come up on, that's Greg Caloff. I believe Caloff is around 18th. He's P17. As they've lapped Floppa, Caloff gets out of the way. Uh-oh. Keyboard almost falls off my table. So they're around Greg Caloff, and that's 17th on back a lap down. And Brochu is having some horrible internet issues, and that is not good for the 98 who's already come up through the field once. And there he is, back into the track. But he lost a spot to Barbagallo. He could have to get back by the 17 who was playing some great defense when the 98 was trying to make the move the first time. Chase Schaffer has lost a lot of time on this lap for the race leaders. McKinney has gained time on the race leaders. Thurston has as well. You guys are still setting near best lap times. Blaze McKinney was only about 8/10 off of his best lap time, 25 laps into the run. Gabe Thurston was 2/10 off of his fastest lap time last time around. So incredible. Here's Brochu. Back up to the back bumper of Barbagallo. Nearing pit stop time. Who's gonna come first? Brochu right on his back bumper. Found a way around it the first time, but it took a little bit of a usage of the bumper. Here he goes to the inside while lagging out. He is through. Alright, I'll turn my mic up. Sorry, what I got you doing. Michael Deitch making your first career start, or your first start next year. Let's go, Michael. Michael, if you're still here, we all miss you, Michael. We're so sad that your computer's not working, Michael. Oh, Chase Schaffer, guys, has hit pit lane, or has he, or has he just made a mistake? Go back, I wasn't looking. 99 is, so he's on pit road. So, would the leaders come now? It's a question just when they're going to come. Okay, there's Jim. He hasn't come yet. He's about ready to come. iRacing. Here's Parker White. When will Parker come? That is the question. Look at him just banging those curves. Love this camera angle. I mean, it really gives you just a great visual of how fast these drivers are coming down here through this. Whoa! Look at Elliott Drummond, and he lost a spot to Parker White, and he hits pit road, and he hits the wall. Actually, there you go. He just got passed by White. He had left 24 or 25 laps. It wasn't even registering that Parker passed him. But Drummond's on the pit road. Here's Denton battling with Chase Schaffer, who came out of pit road in 5th. That is how far the leaders have pulled away. Schaffer pulled a full pit cycle, and he came out in 5th. Here's Drummond. He is still 2nd place. See if he takes tires. And he will take tires. So he did not like the pace fall off, but I didn't see it. I don't know if it's worth it if it adds time to your pit stops. You see some drivers coming out in front of him. Those are lap cars, I believe. Here's Jim Thurston. He's on pit road as well. And he is coming right up to the back bumper of Drummond just as Drummond leaves. Blaze McKinney will take over 2nd now. Question's just going to be here. When will Parker White come? Do the S as they go, or if he goes, he's got 22 seconds. And Blaze McKinney was taking over 2nd place. And here he comes. He's coming in. He's coming. Not hit the wall. Very flawless pit entry. And we'll see if Parker takes tires here. I think he will now. Blaze McKinney is on track, and he's tracking to be the leader if he doesn't come here. He's going to run a little wide, and he will stay on the track. No, 87 comes in too. There's Elliott Drummond. Oh, look at this. Wow. Schaffer is right on the back bumper of Drummond. I don't think Chase took tires. He's going to try and get around him as there's a lap car wrecking into the wall in front of them. And here comes Chase. He's looking at the inside. As the 44 of Drummond is on colder tires. He took those new tires. That's the bad part about. Oh, that was bad. That's the bad part about taking tires. You're gonna have to get them warmed up. I don't think Chase took tires, and he's gonna slip right around him and into the second place. Only 13 seconds behind Parker White. So Parker did not take tires either, I believe. And what a pit stop! I mean, how much time did he get on Chase? The gap was like 7 seconds before they pit. That's unbelievable. Parker White just stretched the gap on 13 seconds over Drummond, Schaffer. So Chase takes over second place, and now Parker White just sets sail. And I think that's exactly what he's going to be able to do. Ready for some drivers to come in. Wyatt Roberts has not pit. Andretti Robertson is on pit road right here. Greg Kalhoff as well down the pit road. Blaze McKinney, who came out on fourth. Thurston closed the gap up to him by a couple seconds during the pit cycle. Thurston in fifth, came out where he came in, but he's closer than he's been in a while to McKinney. Get around one lap car, they can put the power down. Power Special Infinity Speed Motorsports machine. Struggled to keep up with the likes of White and Schaffer, but by the top five still. 0.4 seconds between Jim and Blaze. And he's around that lap machine. That's the 8 car of Daniel Rivera, who's a lap down. Osnar 2 laps down, for all the people wondering that are on the chat, or in the chat, that really are super fans of Oz. Teammates with Mr. Pallarwoda. It's really an eerie logo on the side of the car. Okay, Fox. The eyeball. Pretty stuff going on there. Not sure what it means. Sounds scary. Here's Parker White though. Osnar just went 2 laps down. Parker is the race leader. He has 12 seconds. Here's second place Chase Schaffer. Behind him is Drummond. Qualified second, first in practice. He led almost the entirety of the race. This is the lowest he's been. He's third. Excuse me, he was fourth for a second when we were third. So Elliott Drummond has had a pretty successful day, but Parker White took over the lead, and that is the lowest he's been, was in second place. Chase Schaffer started in 6th, and we just might go through the field here. So Schaffer is second. Drummond is third. We just looked at him. Blaze McKinney is in 4th. He has only fluctuated between 3rd and 5th. Pretty boring day for him, as well as Thurston. The highest he's been so far is 5th. Cole Denton from 9th to 6th. Ryan Rose from 12th to 7th. A pretty big gain for him, but Sam Broche's lowest position was 22nd as he started 3rd, spun out on lap 1. Back up to 9th. He's got enough time, I think, to run down Rose and maybe Denton, but gonna be it for Sam. Wyatt Roberts back here started 13th, or lowest to 13th. Is P9 as Brochu made a pass on him, and Jordy Robertson 10th, or back in 16th. Juan Escamilla has been pretty much in the same pace the whole race. Barnacle P12. Known as P13, but he will be 12th now, as one car ahead of him came into pit. Armagalo behind him in 13th. Riley Marafello is the car behind in 14th. Yeah, machine. Greg Kalhoff is back in 15th. Way behind Riley Marabello. 22 seconds between Kalhoff and Marabello. 14th to 15th. Here's Daniel Rivera. Been involved in an incident so far already today. 16. Oh, did he just hit the tires? I didn't even notice. My God, he hit the wheel. He hit the tires, and I didn't even see it. Oh no! Off goes the bumper, and the right front is broken. So Daniel Rivera is not the first now to be claimed by the tires, as Cormentis hit the tires earlier on. Rivera is 16th. 21 seconds between him and Floppa in 17th. Not sure where he's going. Not even gonna. Oh, and the 50 blows the corner behind him. That's Evan Allen, who has been pretty much last, and this is the highest he's been right here, P20. So Daniel Rivera is gonna have to get this thing around back to pit road. Here comes Brochu to put him a lap down. So Rivera has been lapped down to 9th place Brochu, or 8th place Brochu. A lot of damage on that machine. Right front tire, right front toe link broken. Look at how slow he has to go. I think he's gonna wait for someone to get. Yeah, he's just let those guys go by. Oh, there goes Parker White. There's the race leader, and now he has to let everybody by. You know what? This is a good view. This would be a good camera. Here, just a stationary car. There's Chase Schaffer. That's P2. On the inside, Schaffer's going to come around on his left right here. Takes the shortcut. Goes Chase. And where is Drummond? Looks like Drummond got around Schaffer. Oh, there was a big time loss for Chase. Maybe a spin out of Schaffer. He's back about 25 seconds behind the race leader. Let's just rewind quickly and see if we can't find an accident for the... Oh, there it is. He was in second. Just blunders there. Hits the curb, goes for a bounce, and hits the wall, made up some damage. We could talk to Chase here and just burn some time, see what's going on there. With the old 99 machine, as we're looking at Michael Cormentis now. Chase is in 3. He's kind of all by himself now. He's about 9 seconds ahead of him and 11 seconds behind. So we'll just ask Chase, what happened there, man?
Oh, we just got the curb a little bit. Right there. I don't know if you're live, but we just hit that curb just a little bit. Set the car around. Couldn't really do much. It's alright, though.
Did you sustain any damage from that incident?
No damage from that. It sucks, though, because we just ran the fastest lap by a little over a tenth compared to Parker White. Literally right before us passing the finish line right before that. And then we go and do that, so it's alright, though. No cautions in here, so we're all just kind of racing for whoever makes mistakes. Elliott made a mistake. I passed him. Now he passed me back, so we're just here having some fun now. Just doing laps, trying to see if we can beat that lap again.
Hot lapping?
Oh yeah, just hop lapping.
Alright.
I take any tires that
No tires?
last time.
I didn't think you took tires.
No, no tires.
Are you regretting that decision at all?
What's that?
Are you regretting that decision at all?
Oh no, that decision's the only way to go. You don't want to take tires in the next gen because for some reason iRacing thinks this is an amazing idea. Don't have any tire wear with this car, so we're all just going balls to the walls every single lap of the race. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, thanks, buddy.
Yep, no problem.
Just hop lapping. So Chase Schaffer is in the 3rd position. He's all by himself. He's hop lapping. And he now, I think he's gonna just ride around, hope he can finish 3rd. But how incredible is that? And really unrealistic, but really interesting at the same time that he just ran the fastest lap of the race on lap 32, and he has not taken fresh tires all race. So Chase is in 3rd. Blaze McKinney is in 4th. Look at Jim. Jim is challenging. Here we go, Jim looking for a green flag pass. This field is really spread out now. Yes, Sunshine and Smiles Racing. The eye of the beholder. Okay, I don't know what that means. But here's Jim. Just some teammates with Mr. Palawoda in the chat. He's in the VC with Chase Schaffer, who argues that he isn't a part of Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports, but we think he is. During that merger, very big team news, silly season, Persistem and Flopper Racing come together to form Persistem. And it's Jim carrying the name, if you can't tell. And he is trying to do something here. This is the closest battle we've got on track. Right here's Wyatt Roberts and Andretti Robertson. These guys are pretty close to each other, but this is just about the only action we've got on the track now. As everyone who wants to stick it out to the end is sticking it out, and everyone else is off the track, except for Selensky. 19 laps down, but he's still sitting on pit road. Ambrosiu is in 7th now. He's gotten around Ryan Rose. He's making up time on Denton. I think there'll be a pass there for 6th before this race is over. But here's Thurston. We're going to stay attached to this battle as Parker White is just flying away there. Across the start finish line, Jim just did a 1:15.990, so Jim is really getting on as a high horse here. He's putting the power down, trying to get to that 87 machine. And he is going to be the only pass I think he's able to make. Schaffer's a little too far up in front now. Pace is closing the gap down with Drummond. Drummond slipped up a little bit. There may be still some life left in that 99 to get back to 2nd. Look at Jim is right on the back bumper in the 87 now. The closest battle on the track again. Robertson, the only two within a second of each other, other than these two. Of course, look at Thurston. He's on his bumper. He's touching him, feeling him up. 15 laps to go. Parker White just clicked off another one, making it 14 to go. And this is the battle for 4th. Still 30 seconds away from the finish line. Jim, absolutely terrible through the S's right there. They're coming up with Dominic Barbagallo, who I believe is P13 right now. But he's actually going to be 14th behind Marabella. Lost some time to Riley, maybe a crash for the 17, and he gets lapped by 4th or 5th. Not quite. The no cautions really has made this race interesting, more about strategy than anything, but unfortunately with this car there really is no strategy to be used. Just because iRacing, for some reason, does not have any tire wear on this car. Schaffer running his quickest lap of the race, 35 laps in on the same set he's been on since the green flag was dropped. And here comes Jim. Those two are getting around Barb. Barb's running a little wide here. Look at that. Oh! They're getting real close. Here comes Jim. Oh, he's going to go up the inside. And they're going to almost touch. They're very close. But Thurston can't make the move. He's going to have to settle for 4th, or for 5th. That would be the highest he's been all race long if he could get that spot. 13 to go. 87 driving a great race. Blaze McKinney's had a fantastic start to his season. Aside from the incidents that he had at the last race. Whoa! Jim with the big lunge. I was trying to look for the point standings. I was really losing my words there for a second. See if we can not see the point standings. SRL CS points. So after the 3rd race of the season, right now I believe Blaze would be the points leader. He is the points leader already. 1 win, and he is just absolutely gapping the rest of the field. He's had a top 5 in every race. So even after he wrecked last weekend at Auto Club, was able to claw back to a top 5. Nearly a win if those race leaders kept battling. And he's gonna stretch out that points lead even more. Parker White not in the picture for the points battle, and neither is Drummond right now, who has not started every race this season. It's Kellen Belcher who's actually 2nd in the points without having a top 5. So Blaze McKinney has been the most wildly consistent driver, by a kind of a long shot. There's the eye of the beholder car. That's lapped again. After that win, For Parker White, he is, for Ashton Crowder, he's 29th. So Parker White finished second in that race, or third in that race. He's 33rd in points. And a win would be quite nice for him. I believe a win is 50 points. That would send him up pretty far from outside the top 30, probably inside the top 20. As McKinney saw Thurston getting close to him, saw that big Coliseum logo on the hood, and said, "No, thank you, not today, buddy." And he really stretched away and really pulled away from him. And we've got a battle here between Joseph Lewis and the eye of the Beholder car. As Ozza's getting a lap, there's Lewis. You see him in front of that 77. Always gonna let Barbagallo by. That's gonna lose him some time, probably. But he's doing it in style, and he's looking at me weird. So here's Oz. He's 18th right now. For all the fans at home. But it's still Parker White. No chance of a pass, I think, for Schaffer here. He's going to need to put down some absolute burners. Coming up on the lap car. He's got clean track ahead of him, basically, until the second place car of Drummond. There's Drummond right there behind the lap machine. Parker White has just absolutely pulled away, and I thought that he was holding something back behind Drummond at the beginning of the race, that first cycle before the first pit cycle, and I think that was the case. This 95 has just been on a wall of its own right here. I wish I had the little ticker icon that would tell you the gap between the cars behind him throughout the day, but man, has he been impressive to watch right here. Setting out some super fast laps. The track is sitting around 90 degrees, air temperature 77, so it's pretty cold out here in the wine country. And Parker's taking full advantage of that. He's running some absolute heaters. Did a 1:14.7 last time by. The only car that has done a 1:14 all day long, and he has not. That wasn't even his fastest lap. So Parker really is on a world of his own right now. About a second and a half faster than Drummond last time. Just unbelievable pace from Parker. James Thurston has completed the pass on Blaine McKinney. And we'll show you how he did it here. Because they had got split up, so I wasn't watching them anymore. Look at that. Oh! Maybe something happened. Oh, what a weird... Oh, we hit the wall. I mean, I was waiting for someone to hit the wall. Oh, just clips the left rear. Watch out, Thurston. And you see Barbagallo, Lewis, and that other close battle on the track right there with the Eye of the Beholder car. Whatever that team is called. The Sunshine and Smiles Racing. 77 got right up there in the mix of it, and he got into the lap car. Lewis literally trying to get out of the way, but McKinney was obviously not happy with himself. He made a mistake there, and he allows Thurston to slip on through. Barney there, waiting to throw the green flag. It's the only one he's got. Surely he'll grab the checkered in a couple laps here. He threw the green 42 laps ago. He doesn't even have his yellow flag with him today. He left it at home. He was not going to need it. He was informed by Alex Schumacher, the league owner. He informed him that you will not be needing your yellow flag today. He says, and he sounds like that. Here's Drummond. Still second. Here's Parker White. Like 5 corners in front of him. Just absolutely driving away right now. Chase Schaffer getting third. He's got 14 seconds to Jim. 8 seconds to McKinney. McKinney has 12 seconds back to Cole Denton. And here's Cole. He's P6. He's having another great run. The youngster, with his best career finish last weekend. Second place at Auto Club. And he is 6th right now, doing a great job. Sam Brochu in 7th. Believe it or not, this is the last car in the lead lap. Ryan Rose just got put a lap down by Parker White. And he's going to catch Sam before this is over. I think he's going to catch Cole too. And his last lap was his fastest lap of the race. 1:14.675. What a... I don't understand how he still has speed. We did see him take tires, but man, he just keeps going faster and faster. Very impressive from Parker. And of course, we all expected that. Here's Chase Schaffer back in third. The closest battle on the track right here is Barnacle and Marabello. And look at this, these two. The 77 of Oz and Joseph Lewis are still going at it for 17th, but this is the battle for 12th. A little more meaning behind this one. The battle for 12th starts to simmer down as soon as we look at it. We saw a big lockup from the 16 machine. Starts to stretch out a little bit. Barnacle, 6th in the point standings right here, about 40 points off of Blaze McKinney. A huge lead. There's two guys tied for 4th. That's Malachi Drake and Kaloff, who have both not had good runs today. Blaze McKinney's going to stretch out that lead even further. Only one car in front of him, a full-time competitor, and that's Drummond, who I don't even know if Drummond has made every race this year. Cole Denton, a huge points day for the 46. He is 7th in the standings, but he would make up a lot of. I think he would probably jump up to 3rd or 4th in the standings if he finished here, because all the guys he's racing in the standings are. Let's see, Juan Escamilla, Belsha. I mean, these guys are all back here. Here's Escamilla, 4 spots behind him. Oh, Drummond! Oh, he's got damage! And here comes Chase! Wow! A pass, and it's Schaffer, who goes through a second. Let's see what happened here to Drummond. Doesn't look like his tire is broken. Oh, no! He was running in 2nd place, and he clips the tires head on. Oh, no. And the tires in... Oh, off the track he goes. Whoa! Big air. And look at Jim. Here comes Jim. Thurston now has a huge shot at a top 3. It would be a double podium for Persistent. Look at Drummond and how this race has turned on its head for Elliott Drummond. And look at him just getting out of the way of Jim. Oh, man. So disappointing for Drummond. He'll hit pit road. He'll only lose a couple spots as he takes his fast repair because of how spread out this field is. Look at the damage on the front end of that 44. Does not want to bring that thing home, and you can see he is struggling to make these corners. Here comes Thurston. Not going to make the pass quite yet because that 44 is taking the shortcuts to make life easier on this in lap. High roof page. Who's that? Jim is in 3rd, so we have a double podium for Persistent. A great run for the 2 part-time drivers, Thurston and Schaffer. They're 2nd and 3rd. 30 seconds and 48 seconds behind the race leader. And Parker White has got to bring it home now. And he has got 5 laps to do it now. 20 people in the chat here watching this hot lap session for Parker. I mean, this is just no deal for him. I think he could probably just stay in 5th gear or 1st gear maybe for the rest of this race and probably just walk away with it anyways. 5 to go. He's in turn 2. Schaffer is coming to turn 10. But a great day for Chase. Had a good qualifying, made some mistakes, and you heard it that it was the battle of mistakes. Elliott made one and allowed Chase in a second, and then Chase made one and allowed Elliott back by. And Elliott just made a critical error, and it allows Schaffer to slip through. Drummond, by the way, is still in 6th, just came out of pit road, and he's going to get around Denton, I think, before the race is over. See if Cole can hold him off. Brochu's right there as well. Brochu has not made up as much time on Cole as I thought. The race leader might put Drummond a lap down. Must be interesting to see Parker White, the one guy that he was tailing all day long. First 23 laps of the race, he was right on his back bumper, and he's on his back bumper again, but for all the wrong reasons. As the 44 will maybe put a lap down here. We'll see. He's about to make a pass on Osnar. That will put Oz 3 laps down when Parker gets to him. With the eye of the sunshine and stupid racing. Car is going to go 3 laps down here. Parker stretched the lead up to 34 seconds. A lot of pressure from behind. Schaffer really might force him into an error here. Even he's all over him. Here's Chase. He's getting around some lap traffic here. And this is the closest battle on the track now, with Drummond trying to get to Denton and he's been held up a little bit. Oh, excuse me, Riley Marabello has gotten around Barnacle, and Joseph Lewis and Oz Nar still in the midst of a heated battle. Wow, getting lapped. Oh, look at this! Here comes Oz to the outside for P17. Can he make the pass? Trying to switch it back. Look at this switchback move. Gonna look to the outside here. Lewis is protecting that bottom. Very intense battle here. This is for 17th on the track. Oz to the inside. Trying to give him room as they're gonna get lapped. They're gonna go 3 wide. Just 2 wide, excuse me. That is Brochu getting by them. He's P7. And Lewis absolutely bombs the final corner. But look at him running the top. He's gonna get a huge run off the corner. And Oz does not block it. They're gonna go side by side. Oh, and Lewis concedes the position. Okay, sorry, I won't. My bad. I won't disrespect the builder. The builder just made a pass, so Oz is now 17th. Started in the back. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. At 5 spots. I think you'd call it a successful day for Sunshine and Smiles Racing. But an even more successful day here for Williams Esports and Parker Wyatt. Led 23 of the last 23 laps. Fun fact. And he's got 3 laps to bring it home. About 2 1/3 laps. And he's about to put the 44 lap down. Again, the guy that he was battling all day. Drummond and Denton. Look at this. McKinney has slipped up. And so Blaze McKinney may get lapped here. Or at least passed by Denton or Drummond. See if they're going to have anything for him. As Parker White is coming to the line, he will take 2 laps to go. He can coast from here. He's got it locked up unless something catastrophic happens. Sure it won't. Here's Chase in second. 14 seconds back to Jim. Just entering the S is now a good day for Jim and Pasissim, who had lost some speed. He was disappointed in practice that he was not closer to the race leaders, but he ends up 3rd. This battle of attrition, you would call this race. Very intense battling here, as Parker has backed off of these guys a little bit. He's stuck behind the 44 of Drummond. Look to the inside. Elliott won't fight that. Parker has lapped up to 5th place. Cole Denton, the last car in the lead lap, and I think Parker's going to get by him right here. Denton trying to run down Blaze McKinney. This is the only real battle on the track, other than Marabello and Barnacle, but Marabello's starting to pull away. And these guys are racing for 4th now. Close battle. Denton's really fallen off. Really shocked by Denton, or by Drummond, excuse me, who made a mistake that lost him more time. Just was up there racing for the lead, and he has really lost control of this race. And he blows the final corner there. Just definitely mad himself. He's a lap down, and now Denton has been lapped as well. And here comes Parker White to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by something. And he's got about 1.5 miles, or 2 miles, something in between there, to bring this one home. And I mean, he can literally coast from here, I think. He got 37 seconds to Schaffer. Chase is not even close. Let's see where Chase is right now. He's not made it to the final corner yet. Here is Parker. But the last ever took the lead. He has not looked back. His competition has slipped away, and Parker has not slipped one bit. I don't think he's made a single mistake in this race. Chase Schaffer has some internet trouble. Shows him in 10th for a second, but he's still in 2nd. There he is. And here's Parker White. Blaze McKinney in the grass. Parker may lap him here. That would mean that only the drivers on the podium. And there he goes to the inside. Only the drivers on the podium stay on the lead lap. Unbelievable. Blaze McKinney 1 lap down. Thurston 53 seconds behind Parker White. Schaffer 37 seconds away. What an unbelievable performance from Parker White. And he comes to the line to win from Sonoma. One of the most dominating races that we have ever seen on FTN. Checkered flag brought to you by Fireball Graphics and Designs. Parker gets a congratulatory bump there from Blaze, who I think let him by so he didn't have to do an extra lap. Parker will do a celebratory jump, and here's Chase Schaffer coming to the line. Chase will bring it home second. A good day for Chase, the Monster Designs Flopper Racing System team. Kim Thurston through the final corner. One car spun out. Oh, there was a wreck, I think. Unless those guys are just messing around. I think there was another wreck coming to the line. But it's Thurston who will bring it home in third. McKinney, who crossed the line there a lap down, is fourth. Cole Denton ends up fifth. Drummond sixth. Brochu seventh. Ryan Rose eighth. Wyatt Roberts ninth. And Andretti Robertson 10th. But Paul Parker White today. He rolls around. What an impressive drive for Parker. What happened to that 50 machine who was turned around there? I'm interested to see. Evan Allen, who was spun round in the final corner. Evan was not yet done with the race, so he spins it out. Looks like it's take there, and one car goes around with them. So I think those guys may have been doing synchronized donuts. That's Daniel Rivera, who was the car behind him. So just some messing around there, some tomfoolery. Parker White will burn it down. I think burn it down. Here he comes to the line. The drivers will come down pit road. And Parker White just missed out on a win last week. So close to victory. He could taste it. He could stick his tongue out like Lightning McQueen and probably get the win. And this time he does not have to stick his tongue out to get the win. He was far and away the best driver in that second half of the race. Looked like Drummond was going to be the man to beat, but White had something for him, clearly. And he does a burnout. We'll talk to your race winner here as soon as he's done burning it down. Looks like he is, so we'll oh no, he's doing some other stuff. Let's see. Cool things in it. I'm not sure where Park is going. Into the and he'll take it off the track. So Parker White is the race winner, and we'll talk to him right now after coming up so very close at Auto Club. It was not very close here, Parker. So.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. The race was pretty uneventful after pit stops. So I started on the pole, and I knew it'd be probably at a disadvantage going into turn one. I really didn't think about the fact that Elliott was going to be starting on my right rear, and then once the green came out, he was just able to pull me back and eventually clear me. So usually my plan whenever that happens is just to save fuel, and it worked out really nicely because if you went full push, you like the margins of fuel you had to put in, I think like I put in 10.9 gallons on the pit stop, and I think the next one was like, I don't know, maybe like 12.3 or something like that. But that definitely would have saved me some time in the pits. So I decided to just stay behind Elliott there, save a ton of fuel, and I don't know if he ran his tank all the way out, but if he did, then I had saved like basically a lap and a half more than he did. So I don't know what happened on his pit stop. I guess he just took tires. Unfortunate for him because the tires are actually slower. So I just decided to take just fuel on the pit stop, and from there is basically just managing the lap traffic and just trying to manage my pace, make sure I don't run out of fuel. I think I crossed the line with like 0.17 gallons left, so I just barely had enough for a burnout there at the end. I had to coast it back, but I was able to make it work.
All right. Well, I was pretty impressive. Did you think that anything was going to happen? You know, it ran out of fuel, but I think you probably would have been able to coast to the line pretty easily. Maybe from the top of the S's down. I don't know if you can give me an answer, but what were you doing differently than these guys? You're still putting down like 114s at the end of the race, and there was no one within a second of you.
I tried to do most of my fuel saving earlier on in the race when I was behind Elliott. It was really easy to save just because I could lift way earlier. And I really like saving behind someone because I can just judge my pace off of theirs. And I know the draft really doesn't do anything, if at all, here. But just being behind someone means I can lift a bit earlier for the corner, and that will for sure save a lot of fuel. So I wasn't necessarily like fully lifting, like coasting at the end there. So those 14s that I was doing, it was basically full push. I made sure to save in the beginning so I could go full push at the end and reach those lap times.
All right. Well, congrats. Got anything to say?
Yeah, of course, just gotta thank you over for the broadcast. FTN, of course, I have to thank Shuey for putting on the league every Sunday night, and have to thank North Source Racing and Williams Esports as well.
All right. Well, congrats. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
So Parker White with probably one of the most dominating wins in league history. And since Jim and Chase are in the same voice chat, the same team, we'll just talk to them both here. So Chase is second and Jim is third. Why don't you just run down your races for us?
No practice laps. Ran whatever Q lap, and I beat Jim with no practice laps. Friggin' bozo. Anyways, we were just slowly learning the entire race, and then we finally figured it out. And we got second because of mistakes that Elliott made, and it kind of just fell in our hands.
What about you, Jim? What do you got to say?
Yeah, that was a pretty good run there for us. We definitely didn't have any pace for Parker. Chase was faster than I was, I have to admit. Yeah, I don't really know what else we could have done before the race. Could have maybe practiced more. I didn't even know they were running this track today. I just signed up for the race and did it. But yeah, we didn't finish third on pace. We got kind of lucky, but you know, part of finishing strong is just not making mistakes, and that's what we did all day. We just made no mistakes and finished third. And yeah, so thanks to Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports. Hi to my mom. Happy Mother's Day, and yeah.
Well, do you guys have anything else to say? It's a double podium for Power Smash Infinity Speed Racing, Papa Racing, Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports.
It's top 3, but it's not first, so we got to do better.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir. We gotta do better. Gotta get the boys at the shop to get our motor speedway cars up there. We'll get there. Parker White, he's got it coming.
All right, thank you, buddy. So, Stewie, can we lead interview all of that? So that right there, folks, was all 3 of your lead lap finishers. So Chase Schaffer will take home second, and as shown on screen right here is Jim Thurston, who takes home third. So it's Parker White with just an incredibly demanding win. He takes it by 40 seconds over Chase Schaffer, who comes home in second. Jim Thurston in third, 55 seconds off of the race leader. And from there, it's Blaze McKinney, Cole Denton, Elliott Drummond, Sam Brochu, Ryan Rose, Wyatt Roberts, and Andretti Roberts in your top 10. Fourth on back, excuse me, all 1 lap down. Behind them, Marabello, Aaron Barnacle, and Juan Escamilla, the last cars 1 lap down. Dominic Barbagallo, 14th. He's the first car 2 laps down with Calhoff Martinez, the only 2 others 2 laps down. 3 laps down is Osnar in the 77. Joseph Lewis 3 laps down with him. Those guys are battling all day long. Very exciting race for 17th there. Evan Allen ends up in 19th, 4 laps down. And then Daniel Rivera, who had a couple of incidents, ends up in P20. Jason Alexander does not finish the race in 21st, neither does Noah Larson. Brady Weileman, Glenn Bundren, Brady Sowensky, Michael Cormenis, we saw him hit the tires, he was having a good day. Caleb McKinney, Matthew Brower. Kellen Belsha, top 3 in points, does not finish the race, neither does James Bomar. And rounding up the field, Connor Asbell does not finish the race, neither does Dylan Pass. Luke Peters, Austin Duran, Malachi Drake, Shockey Tarpley, Rodney Roberts, and Bo Krebs, I believe, 33rd on back. Those guys did not start the race, so that will do it. Today, not that eventful of a race, as Parker White just really dominated today. That's of the field for sure, and pulls away for his first win on the season, and that will wrap things up. So thank you for watching. Come back next weekend. That was, out of the ordinary. On the road courses, no cautions. Next week we'll have some more battle and some more wrecking for you. And yeah, so thank you all for watching. And hope you have a very good night, and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers that are watching.